Lechesis. In the mysterious Bastona Floral Expo, birthplace of the man-eater plant legend, secrets slumber within its petals. The mists await your arrival to lift the veil and reveal the truth.
Used as biofertilizer. Unforgivable. Lured them with the Floral Expo. Signal scrambled? Danger. Give you ticket. Help me.
To the Floral Expo, but where is it? Oh, okay, it's just here. Gosh, it's so late already.
Don't go to the Floral Expo. Just a kind soul, here to talk you out of making a bad decision. I meant you shouldn't go to the Floral Expo. Haven't you heard the terrifying rumors about it? Oh, you poor, clueless soul. Consider yourself lucky you ran into me. Let me open your eyes to the spine-chilling truth behind it all.
Poor
Hopefully I
clueless
scare you
soul.
off enough to get that ticket for myself. Nothing! Welcome to Horror Story 101. Late at night, strange noises are always heard at the Floral Expo. Probably because there's... Also, 3 friends went in together, but only 2 came out. Tough crowd. I guess it's time to bring out the big guns. And get this! There's a rumor that a mad scientist cultivated a mutant man-eater plant that feeds on poor visitors every single day, turning them into biofertilizer. Scared you, huh? If you decide not to go to the Floral Expo, I guess I could reluctantly take that ticket off your hands. What? Seriously? I ran into a weirdo today. Don't you know? In 99% of horror movies and thriller novels, disaster strikes only after the protagonist ignores all the warnings and moves into some creepy house out in the middle of nowhere. Of course not! I'm just being nice. Fine, you got me. I've been staking out the ticket page 3 hours early every day, and I still couldn't land a ticket. Heck, I didn't even get any merch. So, yeah, this is my last resort, okay?
Wait, this Floral Expo is that popular?
You really know nothing. Native plants in Kylo are super rare, and every year at the Mastona Floral Expo, they showcase rare, hard-to-see plants from the Ore Zero Zone. For the people of the Ore Zero Zone, this is one of the only big events we get, so of course it causes a stir. This year's Floral Expo is extra special. It's sponsored by the director of Anchor Infinity, Leo Wilder. Rumor has it the exhibit is packed with new and exotic species.
I see. You really know your stuff.
I only know the basics. The Ore Zero Zone can be a bit dull, but if you pay attention, there's a lot to learn. If you're moved by my dedication, how about expressing your gratitude with that ticket?
You just casually asked for a huge favor. Any other time I'd have no problem giving it to you, but I really can't this time.
Ugh, alright, good luck. Don't get eaten by the man-eater plants. Hey, girl over there! Wait up!
So it seems that the MC is not voiced this time in the story, so I may be reading some of her lines instead.
Welcome to the Mastona Floral Expo. Please present your ticket and I'll register your personal information. Match confirmed. Before you officially begin your Floral Expo tour, Y89.
Thank you for following. Match confirmed Y89? What does that mean?
Due to high attendance, our system uses ticket codes for identity verification to make management easier. I'm terribly sorry if that made you feel uncomfortable. To make it up to you, please enjoy this complimentary tranquil tea.
Yeah, that tea is so sus for some reason.
Then I wish you a lovely time at the expo. Welcome to the Mastona Floral Expo, themed on new beginnings and the vision of connection. This Floral Expo showcases a variety of rare flowers kindly provided by Helix Bio Inc. Cultivated through the hybridization of Ada plants and Astro plants, these plants hold both decorative and research value. If you're interested in any of the exhibits, please reach out to our staff. We hope you discover a wonder that is uniquely yours. Enjoy your time here.
Embrace the future, bloom with Kylo.
Oh, my dear, you look positively bursting with life. Must be nice, not having to deal with the burden of wealth. I'm envious, really.
I mean, compared to my 800,000 credits of debt, I wouldn't mind experiencing the weight of wealth now and then.
Oh, then maybe you can name a price for those lovely eyes of yours.
Oh dang, that's weird.
Relax, dear, it's just a joke. You're not the flower I'm looking for today.
She wants my organs or something.
Well, if it weren't for that golden tea vine, I'd never set foot in this dump. Even the artificial air smells cheap. This place is nothing like Brighton. If you don't mind, could you keep your distance? People like you trigger my allergies.
If you move without asking, I can't guarantee I'll be gentle.
Oh, it's Lechesis. How come you're here?
Why, I'm tending to my poor patient, of course. Now, hold still. There's always a price to pay for a quick recovery.
Ow! It hurts! Oh, my bones!
Tending? It looks like you're murdering him. Never mind. Lechesis, this is why you dragged me here so mysteriously? You're helping others?
I am helping others, in a way, but perhaps not quite the way you imagined.
The way I imagined. Are we talking about wrestling with a man-eater plant to yank your arm from its jaws, or getting into a deathmatch with a mad scientist, Lechesis, and her army of carnivorous plants?
If we were at my clinic right now, I'd be tempted to open up your skull and see how your brain works. After all, how else can I explain an imagination as extraordinary as yours?
Oh, wow. Ah, I get it. You brought me here to face a man-eater plant that actually transformed into you?
Man-eater plant? Are there really man-eater plants here? Isn't that just an urban myth? I knew I shouldn't have come here.
Calm down and don't squirm. If you hurt your wrist, we'll have to repeat the whole examination.
I'm calm now. I hesitated for days, but my hand hurts like hell. I had no choice.
I'm not seeing the connection between a hand injury and this floral expo. Or are you pinning your hopes on those supposedly healing plants?
Those things cost more than I'd earn in 10 years. Only some sucker from the Brighton zone would waste money like that. If it weren't for that digital flyer from the Helix Biolab, I wouldn't have bothered coming. They threw in a free Floral Expo ticket.
Helix Bio Inc. Wait, I think I've heard of them. Aren't they the ones sponsoring this Floral Expo?
Yeah, that's the one, Helix Bio. Word is their research institute's digging into some kind of disease, and apparently they give special benefits to Or-Zero patients like me. If you sign up as a medical volunteer to test new meds, you get treatment for free. No strings attached, or so they claim.
Wait, what? How did they even find out about your condition? Are there really companies so devoted to charity?
Yeah. I thought it was weird too. I mean, what kind of company sets up a research institute inside a Floral Expo? And the whole man-eater plant legend? That's terrifying.
So that's what you're scared of, the man-eater plants.
Blame the hospital. Their treatments cost a fortune. So when the research institute invited me, I figured I'd come here and give it a shot.
I can't shake the feeling that something's off. Sponsoring this fancy Floral Expo in the Or-Zero zone, offering free medical care to low-income patients. Can a company really be doing that out of pure goodwill?
That's it. The examination's essentially done. Your condition isn't as bad as it seems. Just head to the hospital for more bone reset therapy. 2 sessions should do it.
It's really that simple? Whew, what a relief. I'm so glad I ran into you before heading to that weird research institute. Thanks for helping, and sorry for thinking you were sketchy at first.
Maybe I really am sketchy. What if I'm a man-eater plant that transformed into a human? If you don't leave quickly...
Oh man, that Lechesis is so weird.
Don't scare me like that. You're too nice for that. Anyway, I better get going.
Wait a second, before you go, can you tell me what number the ticket checker gave you at the entrance?
Number? What number? Oh, that one. Y29? Wait, why are you suddenly asking me that? Don't tell me it's some kind of order for the man-eater plant to eat us.
This guy is so scared already. George flees in terror. I figured as much. This horror expo isn't as innocent as it seems.
So, you finally caught on. Looks like we need to have a little chat, Y89.
Oh, she knows.
Need to catch your breath? It's safe here for now, so no need for that serious face.
Considering what we're about to discuss, I don't think I'll be able to relax.
Pity. I had 3 different opening lines prepared to ease us into this conversation gently. Guess I won't be needing any of them after all. After all, you've already realized there's a problem with those numbers, haven't you?
It's not just the numbers. From the moment I got the ticket, the whole thing has been suspicious. Tickets to this floral expo are supposed to be almost impossible to get, but both that patient and I got ours effortlessly, without even realizing it. And then there are those numbers. The ticket inspector said the numbers are a way to manage visitors, but they share the exact same format as the flowers on exhibit in the floral expo. That's definitely gonna cause confusion between visitors and the exhibits. A floral expo of this caliber wouldn't tolerate a mistake like that. But what I can't figure out is why.
Why make such a basic mistake? Because it isn't a mistake at all. It was intentional.
What does that even mean?
Because to those people, visitors with numbered tickets are the exhibits. They're for
What?
sale too.
What? What the heck is going on? I must have breathed in some weird pollen and lost my mind. How am I hearing this? Who are those people? Is it that old lady who asked to buy my eyes? Or the guy who said he's allergic to Ori Zero Zone?
Yep, buying flowers is just a cover. What they're really after is something else. Something priceless.
Oh my god, it's an organ market.
And as for the seller behind those items, remember Helix Bio? Sponsoring the Or-Zero Floral Expo just to build up meaningless goodwill? That's not what they're really about.
It's all sus, it's all a lie.
Its full name is Helix Bio Inc., and they're a pharmaceutical subsidiary of Anchor Infinity. Their corporate mission is to provide
A subsidiary,
health
huh?
equal in value to the amount of credits a customer is willing to pay.
But didn't that patient say he was promised free treatment?
Their so-called free treatment has strings attached. That guy has to be a guinea pig in their trials. That's what Helix Bio takes in place of a medical fee. Also, they never promised they'd actually protect that fragile life. In fact, they might worsen the illness or cause terrifying side effects. But in the end, only one thing is certain: death. This is the dirty secret they leave out of their guarantees.
Damn. Wait, seriously? What kind of twisted experiments are they running?
The effects of intense Lorentz flux on gene expression in Kylian humans.
Damn. Effects of intense Lorentz flux on gene expression on Kylan humans. What the heck are they cooking? Come again?
Sorry, I should have phrased that differently. You probably know this already, but the Kylians haven't been living on space stations for very long. Certainly not long enough to be fully adapted to life in space. When space radiation starts messing with human genes, around 15 years ago, a disease called Starstone Syndrome quietly emerged.
Starstone
Its
Syndrome.
symptoms manifest in different ways. Brain, internal organs, nerves, blood vessels. Radiation picks its target, and the patient just withers away in agony, like a flower cut off from its roots.
That sounds painful. Yeah, actually this is in real life, this is true. Out in outer space, it's just full of radiation because of the sun and all sorts of cosmic energies out there. The magnetic field of our planet is actually protecting us from all of these radiation and the atmosphere as well. So these people are subjected to like these constant cosmic radiation. I mean, that's what I know at least.
Helix Bio, the gold standard of Kylo's medical community, discovered a therapy for Starstone syndrome thanks to a researcher named Eloise Wilder. The special med they developed has already saved countless lives. Now, with the emergence of Starstone syndrome 2, Helix Bio has been handed yet another enormous business opportunity.
Wait, there's Starstone Syndrome 2 now? Jeez.
So they rushed out a pricey special med, and to get ahead of competitors, they collected data on Aura Zero Zone residents, disguised the whole thing as this floral expo, and offered free treatment to lure test subjects to their deaths.
God damn. The disappearing visitors, the nighttime drones, so that's how all the creepy urban myths around the Flora Expo started? So that's it. There were never really any man-eater plants here, just people even greedier than the man-eater plants, those scoundrels.
Do you want to take a few deep breaths first? You look worse than I expected.
I cannot help wondering, what's your stance in all of this? Are you one of them? You know everything about this wicked conspiracy, but you're just standing here, safe and sound.
You guessed half right. I am indeed one of them.
Maybe that explains why you're such a psycho. What?
A few weeks ago, I was invited here by Eloise Wilder, my former medical school mentor. She's now the director of the Helix Biolab and head of this top-secret project. She kept a lot of details hidden under the excuse of classified access, but she dangled just enough tempting keywords to reel me in. Autopsy work, anatomical specimens, complex neural surgery, top-of-the-line medical equipment. It was mortifying. I acted just like Little Spring at 1% energy when she spots an energy station.
So you joined the project without a second thought. That checks out. You've always had a weird obsession with that kind of stuff. Yep, you're a
But
psycho.
what I couldn't accept was how they treated human lives. Like disposable tools used and tossed aside.
Hi, Lee, Carla. I'm unable to change the category of this stream in TikTok, so it's not Nikke right now. It's actually Tower of Fantasy.
My initial excitement evaporated once I learned the truth. All that's left is regret and rage. I kept thinking about everything. When my parents taught me, the oath I swore when I first picked up a scalpel, the feeling of watching my patients recover. Recalling these made everything that happened in that lab even more unbearable.
So that's why you helped that patient just now, and urged him to leave. But why am I here?
To be honest, contacting you was an accident at first. I just wanted Little Spring to hack into the Aura Zero Zone's public records and delete the profiles of potential victims. That way, they would be safe. But obviously, even with the external decoder software, having a medical droid do this is kind of like trying to perform neurosurgery with a blade number 10. Within 5 minutes, Little Spring's central processor went haywire. Luckily, we didn't set off any alarms. Even luckier, I must have accidentally hit some log module by mistake, and that's when I heard your voice.
So that's what happened. No wonder it sounded like a midnight horror movie being filmed.
That's also when I realized that merely erasing these records isn't the best solution. If I had someone to team up with and take action on the ground, things would go way smoother. So I sent you a ticket, Y89.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Whether it's the timing or your skill set, you're the best person for the job. It's just...
Yep, everybody thinks I'll save the day, nah? What are you worried about? Do you think I'll refuse to help? You don't need to convince me, just tell me what you need me to do. Do you want me to take Eloise hostage until she hands over the victims? Or seize control of the lab by force and destroy everything?
I like those ideas. Nice and simple. But unfortunately, they won't solve the real problem.
Yeah, those actually sound too rash. The real problem?
It's... Oh no, a message from Eloise. She's noticed something off and is on her way here.
Eloise.
Are you ready?
Well, Kawabunga. But you still haven't told me how I can help you. Oh wait, what's happening? My head's spinning. Oh, it's the tea. Cause she drank the tea, right?
Did you drink that flower tea? No, even just a slight whiff of it will cause the same symptoms.
Damn it, they got us.
No choice now. I'll have to make this scene as convincing as possible, Y89.
And she's down.
Trust me.
It seems everything's in place, Lechesis.
I guess that's Eloise now.
Is Y89's physical examination report ready?
Yes, Director Wilder. Just as the records show, Y89 is highly compatible for this experiment. If we complete the allergy and rejection testing this week, we can proceed with...
We can't wait that long. Schedule Y89's neural brain test for tonight.
What? On such short notice? I mean, skipping standard protocols goes against lab regulations, right? You're joking, aren't you? Just like those spot checks you used to spring on me to make sure I'd memorized all the lab safety rules?
I wish it were a joke. Unfortunately, management has neither the time nor the patience for games. Forget the other routine assessments. Just inject the local blocker to bypass most checks. Stabilize the test subject and let us focus directly on the remaining neural assessments. You haven't forgotten that lesson I taught you, have you?
But I also remember you saying in med school that local blockers should only be used when there are signs of terminal failure. Otherwise, there's a risk of major complications, like internal bleeding during surgery. This is too risky. Did you decide this because the recent neural brain test reports fell short? Or are we running out of viable test subjects? Or is it pressure from the higher-ups?
You're surprisingly sharp about what's bothering me.
It's just a shame, isn't it? The higher-ups' heads are crammed so full of credits there's no room left to understand that early failures in experimentation are normal.
Now that we've finished criticizing them, maybe it's time we talk about your issues.
What do you mean by that?
You really don't know. Fine, let me spell it out. Lechesis, you never complete most of your reports. You give up part way through because of a few fluctuating readings. Someone also told me they saw you deep in conversation with Y29 at the Floral Expo. I'm very interested in what you two talked about. Perhaps that explains why Y29 still hasn't shown up for their procedure.
Please believe me, I'm not hiding anything.
She's catching
a
on.
basic review of Y29's condition, and physically, they're not a good fit for the next round of neural trials. Considering the recent string of failures and how tight our medical resources are, we need to be more cautious going forward. We can't afford another casualty. We have to make sure the test subjects are truly viable before...
Relax. I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying that too many coincidences make me... curious. I'm sure you can understand the spot I'm in. To prove what that thing can do, I need to deliver perfection, and fast. So tell me, Can I count on you?
Confidence is a fragile thing. If you believe in my capabilities, then entrust the Y-89 experiment to me.
Well said. Now, whether it's discontent or frustration, put those feelings away. And I have other matters to attend to. Y-89 is all yours.
Understood. Ah, you're awake! Took you long enough.
Lechesis, where are you?
Me? I'm right next to you.
Huh? I cannot see you.
Just teasing. Relax. I'm outside the lab handling a few things. I slipped a comms terminal into your ear earlier. It'll make it easier for us to talk from now on. A shadow market merchant put it up as collateral for the surgery bill. Never thought I'd actually use it. Pretty handy, huh? Private channel, instant messaging, impossible to track. Oh, and I heard you insulting me earlier.
How? Huh? I did? My head's just killing me. I can't remember anything. Anyway, more importantly, where am I right now?
Well, if you're not in one of my specimen jars, then you're probably in Helix Biolab. That flower tea kicked in just at the right time. You passed out right before Eloise showed up. Saved you from a face-to-face inspection. Yeah, try standing up and walking around the lab a bit. It'll help clear your head. And the files in there should help you make sense of what's going on.
Hi, Anime Critis. Thank you for following.
Once we made contact, Little Spring urgently pulled the keyword Y89 from the external database and generated your archive. That perfect archive was a major reason the lab chose you.
Hyperinsomnia, unresponsive to external stimuli during sleep, attention deficit, interesting. Pre-op brain surgery checklist.
They've already had several failed brain experiments. Helix Bio's higher-ups are practically out of patience, so Eloise is under serious pressure right now. The more stressed she is, the more likely she'll screw up. So, do you understand the situation you're in now?
I am the protagonist in a movie called Braving the Evil Lab to Rescue Innocent Patients. But what's the actual plan? It can't be just me popping my eyes open mid-surgery and startling Eloise, can it?
That would be amazing! Why didn't I think of that? But time is short, so let's stick to my original plan. Please, remain lying down.
Huh? I've been meaning to ask you about that. What is this weird sleep device?
It monitors your brain's neural activity. The guy in the next bed came all the way from Brighton for treatment. Don't worry, he took a calming capsule. He could sleep through a carnival party. What you need to do now is switch places with him. I'll come get him soon and he'll go through all the scans and tests instead of you. He'll be our perfect decoy for Y89.
So, what am I supposed to do after that?
Leave the lab as fast as you can, then head left. If luck's on your side, you'll dodge the patrols and go straight to the elevator. Just to the left of the elevator is the storage bay with the injection fluid. If luck isn't on your side, you'll have to pass through the detention cell and analysis lab, then make your way into Eloise's office. Her office also connects to the storage bay. Just to store the injection fluid inside and this whole nightmare ends. I already prepped the keycard to her office. It's right beside you. Just reach out and...
Lechesis? Lechesis?
Understood, researcher Anna. The lab holding Y89 is just over there. Let's head over there now.
Oh shoot. What exactly is in that injection fluid? And if she's talking about checking Y89, does that mean someone's coming here soon? Uh-oh.
Researcher Anna, I'll be assisting you with the upcoming inspection of Y89.
There's no need to be so formal, Miss Lechesis. It's so great to see you again. I'm glad we're working together.
Do you need a calming capsule first? Those hands of yours are shaking a bit too much for such delicate work.
Oh, no, I'm fine. Just really excited to see you again. Oh, wait. I should call your researcher Lechesis at work. Anyway, the director sent me to assist you. I'll do my best. Now, let's go to the internal audit room. I'll support the inspection from outside.
Just as I suspected, Eloise is wary of me. That's why she sent this researcher to watch my every move. I need to stay sharp for the upcoming inspection. I can't let her uncover the truth.
Researcher Lechesis, please activate the detection device.
Wait, hold on. My multi-chat is updating for some reason. I guess all good for now.
Now, adjust the photon lens settings according to the parameters for this surgery. We need to confirm whether Y89's physical data matches the stored records and meets the client's expectations.
The real numbers won't quite match those in the Y89 file. To be safe, I'll set the photon lens calibration to 85% of the original. Wait, oh no!
Please activate the scanner. Wait, what was that sound? Did something happen to Y89? I need to go in there and check.
Researcher Anna, entering the internal audit room during scan violates protocol. Please remain calm. There was just a conflict between the device's secondary settings, which I've already corrected.
Oh, I see. Glad you stopped me. I nearly panicked. Let's keep going. Once the scan's done, you're free to come out. All done. That noise earlier really gave me a scare, but thanks to you, everything went smoothly. By the way, after work, do you mind if I pick your brain about a few things? Please?
Chatting with her should delay the surgery and buy some time. Turning down someone like you feels almost criminal, so if you insist...
Great! Please just call me Anna from now on.
Wait a second. Don't tell me. You're that Anna Fran who fainted in my arms during our very first anatomy class, right?
Why do you only remember the bad stuff about me? My image of you is filtered through like 10 layers of rose-colored glasses. That sweet smile you gave me while looking at the specimens in an antiseptic fluid. The calm way you handled emergencies when patients were on the brink of brain death. Your passion for medicine. Miss Lechesis, you were amazing.
But that kind of boring and distant memory isn't worth holding on to, you know?
Not worth holding on to. You seriously underestimate your charm, Lechesis. And after you suddenly disappeared before graduation, it caused such a stir. It was one of the Academy's top 10 unsolved mysteries. Some say you went to work in Anchor Infinity's top secret lab. Others swear they saw you serving under the most brutal pirate captain. And some others claim you were spirited away by Director Eloise.
Seems we've reached the most exciting part of the story. Why stop now?
Oh, well, that last one's kinda dull compared to the others. And, Oh, your smile is getting a little scary. Okay, I'll say it. There was an anonymous post on the Academy forum claiming you left because you defended Director Eloise. It got taken down soon after. I guess even the poster realized they were talking nonsense. Everyone knows you're Director Eloise's favorite student, though. I even heard she became your legal guardian because your parents asked her to raise you into a brilliant doctor before they passed. Super touching.
Really? This is the first I've heard of it, too.
Of course! You probably just don't remember because you were so young at the time. She even said it herself on a talk show. I've watched those old interviews dozens of times. Still, it's strange. If you'd stayed by her side, someone as brilliant and kind as you would probably be a rising star at the lab by now, with a bunch of research achievements under your belt. We're talking about the woman who invented the special med for Starstone Syndrome. 99 out of 100 med students idolize her. When Starstone Syndrome first hit Kylo, the Or-Zero Zone was hit the hardest. The local doctors were at a complete loss. If Director Eloise hadn't personally gone to study it, who knows how catastrophic things might have been.
I've heard a lot of stories today that don't quite match my memory. Besides, I saw with my own eyes what my parents did for their patients. The doctors in the Or-Zero Zone were anything but helpless.
Your parents were doctors too? Wow, I never knew that. Wait, so the doctor friends she mentioned in that interview, the ones who asked her to look after their child, that was your mom and dad? Oh, Lechesis, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have dredged up something so painful. Still, it's such a pity. If your mom and dad had worked with Director Eloise back then, they might have co-created the special med.
I don't deny Eloise's talent, but now, even if that talent comes at the cost of innocent lives, can we really just accept that?
Director Eloise wouldn't do anything wrong. Why feel sorry for these people? Once the experiment succeeds, they'll be the first to benefit. For free, too. Compared to a life of endless pain, where they can't even afford a single painkiller, isn't it better to leave things to us? Even if there are some sacrifices, their selfless contributions will benefit everyone in Kylo. Isn't that a great cause?
Have you read the latest Seekers magazine? There's an article titled Equality in the Vast. It says we are children of the cosmos, all bathed in the same starlight.
But Brighton Zone's always looked shinier than the Or-Zero Zone, you know? And besides, what does that have to do with what we were just talking about?
Nothing really, just making conversation. It's been ages since we last made contact. I wonder if they've found Eloise's office yet.
Oh yeah, psst. Guess what? I heard the Outreach Bureau really messed up. Director Wilder tore into them in the meeting just now.
I thought she was yelling at the test group. They haven't delivered anything lately, and she's banking on this project to snag a promotion. Let's just lay low for the next few.
Sounds like you found the detention cell. It's where they keep the failed test subjects. That's why the temperature is so low.
Yeah, the bodies are just here.
Remember that injection
Look at
fluid
that,
I
lots of
mentioned
blood.
earlier? That miracle medicine Helix Bio is so proud of? If it's not customized exactly to the patient's condition and dosage, this is the result. But they couldn't give up the huge profits, so they tailored treatments for the high-paying clients. That means using patients with similar features as test subjects first. Oh, right. Just a heads up, I've noticed Eloise doesn't carry the storage bay key on her. She probably leaves it somewhere in her office. She's in a meeting right now, so you should have enough time to search her office.
You useless idiots all belong in a med waste dump. The recent drop in incoming test subjects is definitely your fault.
Oh shoot.
What? Got it. Just hide somewhere and hang in there. I'll think of something. I found some anomalies in the sample data. I need to report them to the director now. I'll print the report and discuss our options with her. Please head back for now.
That wraps up the first scan for Y89. Thanks so much for your help, Miss Lechesis. A momentary lapse. Do it again and you can say goodbye to your job. And your head.
Director Wilder.
Call me Eloise. Relax, dear. It's just the two of us here.
Eloise.
Brings back memories, doesn't it? I thought we'd never have a calm conversation again after you left Brighton. Honestly, I still don't really know why you left. Was it just a bit of teenage rebellion?
Maybe... could be the reagent ratios were off that day, or my lab coat had an annoying stain.
Such a cute excuse. I know that's not the real reason. But it's fine. We always move forward, right? What matters now is that I get to work with that brilliant little brain of yours again. So what brings you here? Shouldn't you be overseeing Y89's pre-op procedure right now?
That's actually what I came to report, but it seems like you've got something else going on?
No need to worry. It's just a minor glitch in the external information database. It'll be fixed shortly. And frankly, I'd rather hear about your interesting little problem than deal with those brain scan rejects.
Oh no.
Lechesis?
Ah, yes. About the rejection response report for test subject Y89. There are a few odd data points I'd like to confirm with you. If it's convenient, I'd prefer if you could come take a look at Y89 in person.
I'm afraid I still have a stack of application forms to approve, so I can't leave right now. Tell you what, if the data fluctuations are within controllable limits, go ahead and request a dose of the specified neurocom for Y89.
This is my first formal experiment since joining the project, and I want to be fully prepared. So, if you could provide on-site assistance, I think it would greatly improve the odds of success.
What a charming request. Very well. I'd be happy to offer a little extra help to my star student. However, can I take that remark just now as your formal application to join the lab?
An application? Director Wilder, what do you mean?
I've noticed all the time and effort you've dedicated to this project. So why not make the most of it? Use this as your stepping stone and officially join the lab. Isn't that the logical next move? What are you hesitating over? Credits? Test subjects? Staff? Equipment? I don't recall the Lechesis who'd performed surgery on herself being this indecisive.
I mean, if I agree, what exactly do I stand to gain?
Now that's the ambitious tone I like. Let your imagination run wild. But don't limit yourself to just a few shots of rare hormones and some high-end machines. No. Brighton Zone will provide you with everything you need for your research.
And what if I say no?
I can't imagine why you would. Besides, William and Liz wouldn't want you to make that kind of decision either.
This is my own decision. It has nothing to do with my parents.
Nothing to do with them. But weren't they the perfect cautionary tale?
What's that supposed to mean?
Seems they didn't tell you much about their time in Brighton, or what real support this place could have given them. Before they left Brighton to open that little clinic in the Or Zero zone, we were truly at the height of our glory. Back when we were still students, we were offered internships at Helix Bio to join one of their research institutes on an important project. We had access to vast resources and time devoted entirely to specialized research. But then, after a temporary assignment to a project in the Or Zero zone, they told me they'd grown attached to the place and felt obligated to save those poor patients. Just think about how ridiculous that sounds. Helping patients who probably couldn't even afford treatment? What's the point? And how arrogant. Did they really think they could accomplish anything remarkable without Brighton's resources backing them?
No, that's not true. At the very least, they helped countless patients during the Starstone Syndrome outbreak. Even though there was no precedent to guide them and none of the existing medications or treatment could ease the pain, the funeral bells in the Or Zero zone never stopped ringing. But in just 2 months, they discovered a way to alleviate the symptoms. They gave patients the time they needed to wait for the special med. The death rate from Starstone Syndrome dropped dramatically. That's an achievement that can never be erased. My parents did everything they could.
And then what? Several months after their passing, I officially unveiled the treatment for Starstone Syndrome at the Helix Biolab in the Brighton zone. If only they'd been willing to admit that leaving Brighton was a mistake, and that the Or Zero zone was no place for experiments. If they'd accepted that my research plan was the correct one.
Your plan? What exactly was your research approach?
That doesn't matter anymore. What matters is, if they had just swallowed their pride and come back to Brighton, they could have shared in that glory. Their names could have gone down in history, right next to mine. If you've come to your senses, I expect to receive your application before this project is over. You're a smart one. I trust you'll make the right decision.
The right decision? Eloise left after receiving an emergency message. I don't know why, but I've got a bad feeling about this. What about your side?
The office doesn't go straight to the storage bay. I'm scanning the database outside it for a way in. As for the door, I'm a little worried if I messed up the password even once. It might trigger an alarm. That'd be a disaster.
Caution is always a good thing, especially now. Alright, during yesterday's work chat, Eloise mentioned that she gave the password to another researcher for an important injection fluid study. If I remember correctly, that researcher's name was Carl Grimald. If I can track him down, maybe I can pry the password out of him.
What if I try searching for Carl's info in the database? There's a computer right over there. I'll give it a shot.
Something important? What did you find in the database? Something weird like Eloise secretly collecting scalpels or something? Wait, what are you talking about?
When Eloise led a team to the Ore Zero Zone, I think she used her old friendship with your parents to get their research. But secretly, she was also using patients to test her unproven special med. Thinking one of her trial drugs worked, she rushed her team back to the Helix biolab, toiling day and night on new cures, only to stray ever further from the right path. And your parents? After Eloise betrayed them, they were probably prepared to give it their all. They urged the medical staff across the Ore Zero Zone to work together, pooling data and working day and night on a cure.
That actually lines up with some of my memories. In the end, they collapsed from exhaustion at their posts.
What Eloise never told you is that before your parents passed away, they'd already found a cure for Starstone Syndrome. They even contacted Eloise hoping to use her connections to mass-produce the special med and save more lives.
Wait, what? That's completely different from everything I've ever been told.
You've only heard the version they wanted you to hear. Kylo needed a hero for the medical world. Helix Bio needed a public face for their special med, and Eloise? She needed those accolades to climb the ladder. Eloise was one of the first outsiders to find out about your parents' breakthrough. With nothing to show for her own lab work, she returned to the Ore Zero Zone under the excuse of attending their funeral. Maybe she saw your talent, or maybe she just needed a legitimate legal persona. Either way, she became your legal guardian and naturally took ownership of all the unpublished research your parents left behind.
But what kind of person would keep that research all this time and keep feeding me lie after lie?
No matter what, the truth mustn't stay buried beneath lies. You have the right to know more than anyone. Your parents were remarkable. They were nothing like the arrogant, incompetent people Eloise made them out to be. The only person truly deserving of contempt is that fraud Eloise. Lechesis, are you okay?
Have you ever heard of the starflower? My parents used to tell me that on our distant homeworld, there was a kind of blue flower with a special meaning. Undying idealism. When you're lost chasing your dreams, just watching those flowers sway in the wind could calm even the most restless heart. I always wanted to see a field of them with my own eyes. Because, honestly, I'm not as strong as you think. Back when I left Brighton, when I encountered complex cases I couldn't solve, when I heard about my parents' past failings, I thought about giving up more times than I can count.
But you didn't, even without the truth, even when threatened or tempted. Your resolve to save innocent lives never wavered. Maybe that starflower had always been there, quietly blooming in your heart from the very start.
Anyway, thank you for telling me the truth.
Lechesis. I found Carl. He's in the sample cultivation room number 3.
I knew the neighboring team's budget should have been split so I could buy a new device. Why is this stupid machine flickering again?
Researcher Carl.
Hello,
Director
Food.
Wilder
Welcome
sent me
to my
assist you.
stream.
Looks like you're having some trouble. Need some help?
Help me? You must be that newbie Raphael, right? I know the director thinks highly of you, but that doesn't mean you can just butt into my... Ah!
I've done lots of maintenance on clinic equipment before. Let me take a look.
You're still awake at this time?
Whew. You fixed it? Huh. Well, not bad, I guess. But
Director Wilder thinks I can help you with this project, like I did just now. Of course, if you want to bother Director Wilder and ask her about it, be my guest. But just be prepared for the consequences. You know, like getting chewed out or having your bonus docked.
consequences? Come on! There's no way the director would do that to me. Just so you know, she trusts me enough to give me the password to the injection fluid storage bay. But then again, bothering her over something this trivial might be a bit much. So, fine. I'll graciously let you stay and help out.
So he really does have the password. Now how do I get him to spill it willingly?
Don't think I'll cut you any slack just because the director likes you. You can start by organizing the records for test subjects A26 and B17.
Sorting data, huh?
Not Philippines
An
anymore?
opportunity worth taking advantage of. As an assistant, I'm happy to take on this task. But before that, shouldn't the lead researcher verify the accuracy of the data before I proceed? For example, I noticed in 2 reports taken only 12 hours apart, the exact same test result for the same test subject showed wildly inconsistent values. It doesn't seem right.
Impossible. I followed every lab protocol to the letter. I even accounted for symptom variations based on different exposure environments and ran multiple focus tests.
Symptom variations based on different exposure environments. Is that what you call repeatedly torturing them in different ways?
Torture? How unprofessional of you. I'm just making sure we don't waste even a drop of the injection fluid. I'm honoring their sacrifice by making sure they're used to their full potential.
Hello, how are
Would
you?
you rather those test subjects be tossed aside as contaminated waste because someone messed up a procedure? At least with me, their meaningless lives become valuable data.
There you go again. You people really are beyond saving.
What did you just say?
I said beyond saving. Are you sure you don't want to double check those results?
Don't test my patience. My data is always accurate. Wait, what the... Was the injection fluid contaminated? Or did I forget to run the lab's purification cycle first? Or did I forget to lead with my left foot when I stepped into the lab yesterday?
So, are you sure you want me to compile and submit this report now? Or are you banking on Dr. Wilder's trust and your colorful excuses to get you off the hook?
If the director finds out I ruined the entire experiment over such a foolish mistake, she'll launch me into a black hole.
If only we had a spare dose of the injection fluid on hand. Maybe we could fix this mess.
You're right. We need another vial of the injection fluid. But I've still got these messed up reports to deal with. If they get auto-uploaded to the public network, I'm done for. What do I do? What do I do? Lechesis, you do know what a good assistant should do in times like this, right?
Of course! I'll help take some pressure off. I'll go ask Director Wilder for access to the storage bay and grab another vial of injection fluid.
Wait! If you go to the director now, it'll be like signing my death certificate! There's really no need to bother her before the experiment's complete. Just remember this number, 100318. It's the temporary passcode for the storage bay.
A temporary password?
There's no way the director would actually give me full access. The password's only valid for about 8 more minutes. Whether you go through the main door or the vent duct, get in there and bring me back the injection fluid reagent.
Don't worry, I'll get that sample no matter what. just a coincidence, but that last mishap, that was an engineered coincidence. While helping him with the machine, I made a slight tweak to the initial conditions. In tip-top shape. I feel like I just received a whole warehouse full of super disinfectant. You really helped me there.
You're not in this alone. I'm glad I played a part. But something tells me it's not the end just yet.
You snuck into the lab, dodged the guards, uncovered the truth, and destroyed the villain's ultimate weapon. So, by movie logic, that's a wrap. Maybe we just need some end credits and post-credits scenes.
But what are we gonna do about the final villain?
Eloise, huh? When it comes to stitching up hurt bad guys, I've got plenty of experience.
Tell me about it.
Of course I did my best to perform the surgery. I'm a doctor, not a reserve counsel who's memorized every bloated law Anchor's ever written. Kind of like that time I reattached a pirate's arm after he lost it fighting off a Queen Xeno. Less than 10 minutes later, he got arrested. Oh, and yeah, I was the one who reported him.
You have a strong moral compass.
A message from Eloise? She wants me to perform a surgery on a test subject on the second floor?
Wait, what? Didn't I destroy all the injection fluid? What's she using for the experiment now?
Eloise isn't the type to joke about something like this. Wait here to avoid tipping anyone off. I'll check things out first.
Got it. Stay sharp and keep in touch.
I could really use a shot of relaxant right now. Why did the director suddenly order a backup transfer for the storage room's injection fluid? My workload just exploded.
I'm right outside the storage bay. Not sure where the nearby guards have gone, but once you're done, just step out the front door and meet me.
I must have thought you'd slip away before I noticed, leaving my esteemed guest stashed in a disused inspection room.
So, you've worked it all out. I won't bother with futile excuses then.
I don't need your futile excuses, but I do offer smart people second chances. This is a new test subject. All you have to do is put your hand on...
I still have the right to say no, don't I?
You're really dragging this whole rebellious phase out, huh? Fine. But still, won't do it? Do you even know what you're doing?
I'm doing what I have to do. Kylo-Med Protocol, Article 79. Show compassion and respect the patient's right to be healed. Do everything you can to help them. I mean, sure, I get compliments that my smile is scary, but all in all, I think I've done a decent job living up to that rule.
I can't believe you still remember that boring old code. You're really willing to throw away your future for that tiny clinic, patients who could barely pay their bills, and that worthless or zero zone?
Sounds like we've got very different ideas about what worthless really means.
Do I need to spell it out for you, my dear Lechesis? Pick up that scalpel in front of you and help me finish this research project. In return, I'll secure you a hefty bonus and permission to return to Brighton. Then you'll be free to solve breakthrough after breakthrough in medicine, climbing to heights you've only dreamed of, maybe even beyond. These are things you'll never find in the Or-Zero Zone. No matter how hard you try, you'll never reach that level on your own. Or would you prefer I retell that little cautionary tale about your parents? They threw themselves into researching a cure for Starstone Syndrome. And what did they gain from it? They ran out of funding and collapsed right before the finish line, leaving me to build my success on their failed dreams. They thought they could be heroes and save the Or-Zero Zone? That hard work alone could match the power of real financial backing? They weren't noble. They were naive to the point of stupidity. In any case, reality has already proved everything. I was right all along.
Enough! I said that's enough!
So you finally understand my intentions?
Yeah, your intentions are...
You've finally come around.
Nice camera
No.
angle.
Your intentions are evil.
What did you say?
The reasons you're giving me, and even the reasons you gave yourself for choosing this path, are all so pathetic.
Pathetic? You mean those people in the Or-Zero Zone? They eat tasteless nutrient paste, scrape together a few credits, then rot away in the Or-Zero Zone feeling small and powerless. Wouldn't giving that kind of life to me and letting me turn it into something greater be the best thing they could do? It's an honor for them. A chance to turn their worthless space trash lives into something meaningful. Don't worry. I won't forget their contribution. Once it's all over, I'll give this ruin a polite bow from afar.
So to you, Starstone Syndrome patients, past and present, aren't worth more than a few citations in your papers, right? You don't see patients in need. You see an endless supply of test subjects and credits. Not medical problems to solve, just more money and empty prestige. That's why you can experiment on innocent people without a second thought, and that's why you stole my parents' research without guilt. You even told me lie after lie, telling me again and again that their decision to leave the Brighton Zone was foolish and wrong.
What's that supposed to mean? No, wait. Who told you all this? You looked at the files I kept in my cabinet, didn't you? Answer me, Lechesis Raphael!
The answer to that question doesn't matter. What does matter is this. Have you ever stopped to consider that everything you've clung to might just be one big joke? The treatment you released for Starstone Syndrome was built entirely on my parents' research. Expensive devices and mountains of credits can't create medical marvels. The only thing that matters is the belief that every life deserves to be treated like a life.
So you found out. I should have seen this coming. You really are their daughter, spouting the same stupid nonsense. I gave you so many chances. I invited you to my lab, let you make up for your mistake by doing the operation. And you still cling to this idiotic conviction? You still choose this path?
Idiotic? Honestly, I don't think I've ever made a clearer, more right decision. Even though I was trapped in your web of lies, I never gave up on what my parents stood for. I never abandoned a single life.
Looks like there's nothing left to discuss. Restrain her. Strap her to the operating table. Poor, foolish Lechesis. Time for that clever brain of yours to earn its final worth. Who?
Just another worthless piece of junk. My name doesn't matter, but if you need to call me something, make it Y89.
So you're Lechesis' little sidekick, huh? I was going to deal with her first and figure out a fitting way for you to die. But now that I think about it, having 2 fresh brains for this experiment might make for a perfect control group.
Fine, let's find out how this ends. I'm just finished warming up. You'll do nicely as my test subject.
What?
What are those useless fools do? No. What?
This.
My...
No. There's one last thing.
I never imagined I'd end up defeated by you. If you're planning to gloat, get it over with. I can feel my life slipping away. So this is what fragility really feels like.
Don't say stupid things like that. I won't let you die so easily. Can you grab me the hemo stop over there?
Huh? You're really going to save her? Oh well, let's just save her. She could just rot in jail. Even if I don't help, you'd still save her, right? Or rather, if you just stood by and watched her die right in front of you, you wouldn't be yourself
You
anymore.
understand me surprisingly well. Until Eloise faces true judgment, I won't let her die in front of me.
What a joke. I've lost all reason to live. Even if I survive, I'll only be a disgrace to the Wilder family. A fool remembered in history. And a worthless wreck who'll never hold a scalpel again.
You still can't let go of that mindset. Is the value of life something you can measure with just a few empty words? Too bad I'm not a judge in the courtroom. If I were, I'd sentence you to the harshest punishment immediately. Hell, I wish I were the most despicable galaxy pirate. Then I'd never let you catch another breath.
You hopeless idealist. I can't believe I'm about to be saved by someone like you. By your ridiculous beliefs.
Until you face real punishment, every breath and heartbeat will be filled with this pain. And I don't think that day is far off. I don't care if you get thrown into a black hole by those Helix Bio scoundrels later, or stand in a dock and get spat on. But right now, standing here, I cannot let you die.
Is it really over? It feels like I've just woken from a nightmare. Why is my heart still racing so wildly?
It's over. Or maybe it's not. There's still so much to do. I've got stacks of research to go through, new drugs to develop and improve.
One thing's for sure, you saved those people, cleared your parents' name, and from now on, you'll save even more lives, just like those flowers.
That looks familiar. Could it be a starflower?
Yeah, I guess it's a Cairo variant.
Seems like no matter how harsh the environment gets, faith always manages to bloom.
Oh right, We are finished with the quest. Oh, and then she disappears. Oh, I guess I can't pick us up. Yay! Finally, we are done with the Lechesis story. You're welcome, and I'm glad you watched all through that. Amazing.